Isn't he? Got any other questions? I guess not. Hey, who is the biggest retard on the show? No. Seriously, who is?
G-A-R-Y.
Now, that's not nice.
That's right.
Give Gary a break.
Are you a member of any organizations?
K.
Oh.
That's absurd.
He's
making a joke.
He's joking.
Making a joke. Hey, you know, after dealing with all of my affiliates, what will I do to my wrists, Dr. Yakshamanga?
S-L-A-S-H-I-N-G.
That's right. I will slash them.
You're slashing them.
I'm slashing them. What's your favorite part of a woman? Seriously.
A-S-S.
ASS? That's your favorite part of a woman? I don't believe that. Tell the truth. What's your favorite part of a woman? I mean, come on.
V-A-G-I-N-A.
Right.
Oh, the first answer wasn't good enough for
I
you?
knew it. I knew it. I knew he was a vagina man, just like me. Hey, I'll ask you. I got a question that could stump him.
Yeah.
What does Marge Schott call a black nuclear physicist?
N-I-G-G-A-H.
Oh, please.
Right.
Stupid.
What did people think of Robin for years?
G-A-Y.
But our book proved that she was not. Isn't that true?
Well, he's not talking.
Hey, Doc, in all seriousness, one last question, because I know you got to get back to the O.J. trial. What do your boogers taste like?
Oh.
L-A-S-A-G-N-A.
Lasagna? Unbelievable. Well, thank you, Dr. Lakshababa. All right, I know you got to leave. Why are you clutching your stomach? You look sad.
G-A-S.
All right.
A little upset stomach.
Pretty wild, huh? Hey, one last question, Doctor.
Oh, dear.
What did Robin cease to be after her first family picnic?
Oh, what a...
V-I-R-G-I-N.
Virgin.
That is ridiculous.
I read it in the book.
Family picnic.
You know, whatever. Whatever went on in that room. You know what I'm talking about. I won't bring up the pain of the book. Hey, Dr. Locks, your bagel's up. Is Robin's father innocent of molestation?
G-I-L, T-S in Thomas, Y.
I see.
That's guilty.
Guilty. On our phone is a fan of the show who happens to be a guy who was collecting fossils at a limestone mine in North Florida. Am I correct so far?
That's correct.
He was collecting fossils. What are you, a geologist?
That's correct, an amateur paleontologist.
Yeah, I was one of those. Anyway, so I did that for a while before I got into radio. I was a amateur paleontologist, Robin. Anyway, so...
I thought you called yourself that.
And believe it or not, that's very difficult work in the sense that, you know, you hike around all day looking for one little
You're
digging, you're hiking, and you never find anything. Because everything that was going to be found has been found.
And you're usually in places that haven't been explored before.
Right. Well, you got very lucky one day, didn't you?
That's correct.
And you discovered, this is, by the way, this gentleman's name is David Brown. David discovered another new species. This time, a giant beaver.
Giant, huh?
A giant beaver. And as a matter of fact, with most fossils, he didn't find the entire skeleton, but only a portion of the skull, which helps them to diagnose what species, how they identify species with the skull. And what is common among all new discoveries, an unnamed species can be named after or named by the person that discovers it. So David has been good enough, since this beaver, and Gary has giant beaver teeth, perhaps he was thinking we would want to help him name this beaver. David, obviously, if you named it the David Brown beaver, that would be very egocentric and egotistical, wouldn't it?
certainly, and doesn't really hold much interest, as far as the name goes. Like it has to be something that's almost Latin sounding. It's
Right.
a form. It's called the binomial nomenclature, where you name a
Well, give us the
particular
name of
organ.
a species, for example, that has been discovered and they named.
One that I have discovered.
Well, anybody.
Anyone.
Okay, like Homo sapiens. Let's just use that as
Right.
as a for instance.
So that
okay?
sounds like
Homo,
something. Mm-hmm.
Right. Homo is the genus, and then sapiens is the species.
Right. Well, I wouldn't call homos a genius, just because of their sexual activity. But anyway, let's...
But what is there some name that has to be in the beaver title?
Yes, there has to first be the genus, which is Castorides. Okay.
Castorides fafaflolus? Would that be... Now, let me ask you something. Is that outrageous?
That's, well, not really, to tell you the truth. That's obtuse enough that it might actually be allowed.
So what is the prefix that I have to use?
Okay, well, actually, it's going to be C period. That's how it's going to be identified.
Okay, so what about C period Baba Beaver?
I think that I could submit that.
Or how about... I'll give you a couple. You tell me what
Okay,
you
all
like.
right.
Since... C period Delatoothus humongous.
It has to be a single word.
I see.
But that
All
was
right.
Delatoothus. I like that.
You like...
Delatoothus?
Delatoothus?
Yes.
All right, C. Delatoothus.
All right.
All right. How about, so I guess Toothosaurus rex is out of the question. How about C.
Somebody
Toothosaurus?
submitted Gigantus toothus, but that won't work.
Well, someone gave us Gary Della Beaver, but I don't think we can use that. Or how about C. Della Beaver?
That also would be acceptable.
All right, Della
I
Beaver.
like Delatoothus.
Delatoothus you like?
Yeah.
All right, so for you, how about Baba Beaverus?
As long as it's one word.
I see. That would be one. Cha-cha-chopperus?
Choposaurus.
Dopus tephus? C period dopus tephus. How about C period worthless producerus? I'm sorry, what?
That's 2 words.
I see. Well, I'm going to suggest to you that you submit C period Delatoothus
Okay.
or C period Baba Beaverus
All right.
or C period Toothosaurus.
I've got them all. Toothosaurus is a little bit, that's...
Too much like a...
Exactly, like a dinosaur.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, I can't believe they made name Nan a homo, so, I mean, who would do that? How about C period Pillowtoothus? No, let's not go with that one. All right, so let's go with Delatoothus
You've got it.
or Della Beavis.
Della Beavis. I've got them both.
Della Beaverus.
Okay.
Right. And congratulations to you, David. And like all our listeners, if you have an unusual hobby where you get all of a sudden
To name something.
to name something, you contact us, and you've done the right thing.
Well, this is a great honor that I've extended to Gary.
Yes.
And,
And
it really...
I feel honored, David.
Thank you, Gary. Let me tell you the first thing, Gary. When I unearthed this thing, it was almost scary, to tell you the truth.
Why? Why was it scary?
Well, I was on a slope. It's very similar to what you were talking about. It's a very desolate area. I'm on a kind of a side of a pit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of rock, a lot of rubble. And I'm digging down, and it was fairly dangerous late in the afternoon. And I moved up higher in the section and then uncovered this thing. And right as it was getting dark, and the first thing that I dug up were these 2 huge teeth. Now, this thing is huge. It's about as tall as a large dog and maybe
Wow.
10 foot long.
Wow.
I mean, this is a big beaver.
So when you, no kidding. So when you discovered this, did you know right away that you had discovered something that has never been discovered before? Or did you think, hey, I just found a rare fossil?
I thought I had a rare fossil. I had no idea until it was submitted to the museum, and then I
Wow.
was notified that this was an unnamed species of Florida giant beaver.
And were
So
there other
then
people
it-
digging in this area?
No, I was by myself completely.
And you found this spot yourself?
Yes.
So,
But I just want to. So the teeth could have been as big as Gary's.
right.
They could have been bigger. I'm
No,
not 10
he's-
feet long.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Your teeth aren't 10 feet long?
I said-
Well, why don't you take a look in the
I
mirror?
said, I am not 10 feet
He's
long.
saying the tooth was 10 foot long, like your teeth.
Well, Howard, let me tell you, this thing could go through a tree like a buzzsaw. I mean, this
And was everyone jealous? Can you imagine what the Earth was like when these things lived?
Oh.
well, the reason that it came up with Gary, when I first found it, I was like very excited, and I affectionately donned it Ta-Ta Toothy.
Right.
Okay?
Or Tata Toothus.
Exactly. And I knew that was a little bit too outrageous. And I hear that, Gary, he gets put down quite a bit on the show.
Right,
and,
right.
You have your fame and fortune, and Jackie has Jokeland, so I guess now Gary has his giant beaver.
Right.
I'm a monkey.
And I must say that probably all the professional geologists are jealous and envious of you.
Sure, because they
Certainly.
didn't find this.
Well, it does seem like some people are, I hate to use the word blessed, but seem to be a little bit luckier, and I put it off to diligence.
And you have discovered other things?
Yes, I have a type of fruit bat, believe it
Really?
or not,
Yeah.
and also a horse, a rare horse.
Really? Well, that could have been named after Gary as well, couldn't it?
Everything he had, the bat, the horse.
And what did
Right,
you
well, I
name
named that
the?
after my mother, the horse.
What did you name? Or your mother-in-law?
No.
What did you name the horse?
Oh, it's Martini, after Martin, my mother's maiden name.
And what about your bat? What did you? Name?
Clarosis, after my sister Claire.
Oh, very nice. And now Gary will go down in history as
That's right,
Tata
Della
Tufus.
Beavis.
Della Beavis or Tata Tufus.
Right. I actually need one more. I'd like to submit 3 names.
All right. Well, Della Tufus,
Okay.
Tata Tufus,
Okay.
and
Della Beavis?
Della Beaveris.
You've got it. Della Beaverus.
I love that. Or
And I'm
Dopus,
gonna,
or Dopus Tifus. But now, stick with those first 3.
Right. It can't be, like I said, it can't be too outrageous.
they'll
They'll,
get-
they'll blow me away. But
I hear you.
what I'm going to do is then this will be formally submitted, and I will get a certificate, which, believe it or not, Gary, I'm going to even extend a higher honor to you. I'm going to put you as the actual person that found it.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
Your
so
name will
nice.
be on
wow.
Your name will be on the certificate.
Good for you, David.
Amazing.
And
Well, isn't that nice? David
Right.
Brown, a amateur.
You know what you asked what life must have been like with all of these giant beavers and everything else roaming the earth? That's why man got the name Homo.
Right. Because he was so scared. All right, very good. Thank you.
thank you very much.
All right, bye-bye. That's David Brown, who has extended Gary the greatest honor when he discovered these 2 huge
He's actually
teeth.
going to document that Gary actually
Yes.
did something.
Yes, for the first time in Gary's life, he did something, but he really didn't. That's great. We got to take a break. We'll do the news for you right after this.
right.
Dr. Lichmachen from the O.J. trial, you're a doctor. What would you prescribe for Chris Reeves?
H-A-S-H-I-S-H.
Hashish?
Why?
I'm making a joke. What was the first thing Christopher Reeve asked for, Dr. Lichmachen? What's the first thing I said that Christopher Reeve asked for, Dr. Lichmachen? Doctor, forgot the system. Yes. What's the first thing?
V-I-R-G-I-N.
Virgin.
But ask for a virgin.
All right, very good.
What?
I think I'm burnt out on Dr. Lichmachen. Yeah, go ahead, Robin.
Let's go on. At the O.J. Simpson trial, Dr.
Uh-oh.
Lakshmagan
Uh-oh. Wait a second.
remained on the stand.
You might be saying that name wrong, Robin.
I think you might be right.
We might need a spelling. We might need a spelling on that.
Can you help me out?
Yeah, sure. Let's ask Dr. Lakshmagan to spell his name one last
My
time.
name is Dr. Lakshmanan
Yes.
Satyavagiswaran.
Okay.
The first name goes as follows.
Yeah.
L
A
A K
K.
M
Yes.
W
Yes.
L
Yes.
T as in Thomas.
Thomas. H.
S
Yes.
H
Yes.
M
Yes.
V A G
Right.
I N A
Right.
L
Yes.
A K
K.
M W L
Right.
T as in Thomas. H
Doctor,
S
look it up in the yellow
H
pages.
M V A G
What a name.
N
Unbelievable.
A N.
It's incredible.
And the last name is S A
And the last name.
T as in Thomas. H H A R.
Well, while he's spelling, what has Dr. Lakshmanan done?
I
Well, he's
S
continuing to testify
W.
at the trial.
Yes.
A R
And yesterday during
L
direct
A
examination,
K S
he said
H
that he
M
thought the person who
A
killed Ronald
N
Goldman
A S
might not have
A
had any
T as
bruises
in
or
Thomas,
scars during the life and
H
death struggle.
Y
And
A
here is
V A
why
G
he says
I
the
S
injuries sustained by
W
Goldman
A
What?
would have made him too
S
weak to
H
fight back
M
in a strong
A
way.
N A
What?
A T as in Thomas.
You know,
H
everybody asked,
Y
why wasn't
A
there more blood on OJ? Why wasn't he
V A G
scratched up if he was in these life and
IS
death struggles?
Yeah.
W
Here is Dr.
A R.
Lakshwani's explanation.
All right, here we go.
As the blood pressure drops because of blood loss, naturally he'll become weaker. So
Weaker.
as time progresses, his ability to resist
I can't listen to 3 seconds, this guy. How does the jury hear him for 17 days?
decrease.
All I know is,
Stop. I think it's a delightful accent.
does he call him the victim, or does he just say, well, when OJ did it?
No, he doesn't say when OJ did it.
No.
He doesn't say that. He says the assailant or the victim. He also thinks that these multiple stab wounds could have all been made by one person.
Yeah, OJ. Who else? Is that what he says?
Hit the button.
Wait, which one, 5 or 9?
Wait a minute. What are you talking about there?
Lawyer and Dr. Locke or Dr. Locke himself?
Oh, wait a minute. Let's move on. Let's do Dr. Locke and the lawyer.
All right, what is this about?
Wait a minute. He was asked to explain if the coroner who actually conducted the autopsies made a lot of mistakes.
All right.
Did you find that Dr. Golden made a lot of mistakes in the course of the autopsy of Ronald Goldman?
Yes, he made mistakes.
A lot of mistakes, Doctor?
Yes.
They say this is going to give the defense a field day. When they finally get to Dr. Golden, it's going to look worse than the Barry Scheck beating that was given to that criminologist, Dennis Fung.
Yeah, well.
Just look forward to that as Dr. Golden comes to take a stand, because even his boss says, yes, he made a lot of mistakes.
You know, we got a jury over there that probably is chock full of people who've made a lot of mistakes.
But one of the mistakes that he's being credited with, Dr. Lakshmanan, tried to decrease in its importance. The defense has always said you can't determine exactly what time these murders occurred because the stomach contents of the victims was discarded and never analyzed. Well, Dr. Lakshmanan says that's not really true. It doesn't have that much of a bearing.
Because you have recognizable food fragments there, and he has clearly identified them as rigatoni and spinach, and there's no necessity for a microscopic examination.
Of course not. What do you think these guys are going to do? 20 months of examination? He's got O.J.'s blood all over the place.
They didn't know at that time there was O.J.'s blood all over the place. They're
Well,
supposed
they had
to
blood.
do a thorough autopsy.
And now here's the real world. Dr. Locker Room stinks. He knows exactly what's going on. He knows the O.J. did it. Everyone knows the O.J. did it.
It just makes the prosecution's job a little tougher. They are also investigating another juror in the O.J. Simpson case. This time, the juror in question sits in seat 6 and is a 43-year-old black man.
Another juror?
Court documents indicate the man has been accused of spousal abuse during a divorce proceeding.
Well, she wouldn't listen, man.
The juror in question, on his questionnaire, said that he had never been involved in domestic violence. So if that's the case, once again, we will see a juror booted from the trial.
Unbelievable. Here you got Dr. Lakshmangan. He didn't look at the stomach contents.
No, Dr. Lakshmangan is just the boss in that office.
Oh.
Dr. Golden was the actual coroner who did the autopsy.
Dr. Lakshmangan, did they find anything in the stomach that you thought was unusual?
Lasagna.
Lasagna? Where'd that come from?
Well, they expect more shocking testimony today. The court proceedings had to be cut short yesterday when some of the jurors became overwhelmed.
Wow.
Because of the testimony, the pictures and the descriptions they are being forced to witness.
Dr. Lekapakong really threw everyone for a loop yesterday, huh? With all that.
Yeah. Graphic testimony.
Yeah.
Hello, Johnny Cochran here.
Hey, you know, I know you did a radio commercial for your book that you never released. Why did you never release it?
Radio commercial?
I have a copy. Someone sent me a copy of it.
I don't know anything about a radio commercial.
Oh, yeah, listen.
New from Hooter Press. It's a sexy book. It's a provocative book. It's a book about a really screwed up life. It's Quivers, a life. It's the story of how a newswoman grew up in Baltimore and survived horrible incest with her father.
Oh, that's...
This is too racy. A lot of the stations wouldn't take it.
That's what it was. It was turned down by stations.
Her family friend. Her priest and cab driver. Relive Robin's days as a member of British society.
Jessica did a dial a date.
Experience the part of Robin's life where she practiced witchcraft with a cult in San Francisco.
Wow.
Remember Robin's early days when she was doing the world's worst impressions of Joan Rivers.
Edgar and I went to the Greek islands.
Liza Minnelli.
I'm getting a divorce!
and Rocky the Flying Squirrel.
And this is a bowline yet.
Read about the first time Robin took it in the tailpipe from a married man. Also in the Robin Quivers book, you'll learn about how Robin battled cancer with seaweed.
I love seaweed wraps.
now wait a
I
second.
had already discovered those when I went away to a spa. I love them.
Read about her thrilling decision to change from afro to braids and have life-saving breast reduction surgery. Whatever you do, don't skip the chapter about when Robin had sex tied to a refrigerator.
I was handcuffed around a piece of furniture.
After reading her book, celebrities everywhere want to now have sex with Robin. Right, Jerry Seinfeld?
Yes.
How about you, Arnold Schwarzenegger?
More now than ever before.
Hey, Kato Kalin, would you like a shot at Robin?
Wouldn't you?
It's so painful. It's so shocking. It's so effed up. You wish you had Alzheimer's so you could forget every painful syllable of Quivers, a Life. Available at science fiction counters everywhere.
Why didn't you, why didn't you ever release that?
I don't recall why we pulled that.
Too controversial?
I think that we were afraid
Right.
of not being approved by
Right.
the stations. You know, quite frankly, no other radio stations want to promote anything about this show.
Yeah, right. They're jealous. They're jealous of our number one status. We have to take a break. We'll be back right after these words. All right. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay.
Beard.
All right.
Jerry, I love you.
All right. Very good.
This is Mother Teresa speaking from the bed. God don't want me yet, man. I got more feet to taste.
All right.
Apparently that was true. She had a little trouble a few years ago, but she's still kicking.
Yeah, she sure is.
Time to dance. Time to dance.
All right.
Make a cheese. Make a cheese. Let's make a cheese. Mini dread.
All right.
That dope is.
All right. Blast from the past. That's the Gina Man checking in with us, Robin.
There you go.
Let's make a cheese.
Right.
China Dan.
Okay.
Tom Cruise. Tom
The whole review.
Beard.
All right.
Jerry, I love you.
All right. That's good. Hey, Gina Man, what do you think it is?
Let's make a cheese.
Right.
This guy, Stanley Ferris,
Ooh, I'm going to vomit.
21 years old.
Is that when you wrap the rope around your hand?
He wrapped the rope around his wrist. He was the anchor man for his team.
Yes.
He was at a company picnic.
Great.
This is supposed to be the hijinks. You all get together.
Hey, let's play tug-of-war.
So he wrapped the rope around his wrist.
Oh.
The other team gave a hard tug.
Yeah.
And his hand came right
Did it
off.
really pop off?
Came off.
It ripped off.
Severed.
Oh, my
Completely pulled
Lord.
his hand off.
Oh, my.
The hand was put on ice,
Oh, my.
and they raced him to the hospital.
Do we?
But the injury was too serious to allow for a reattachment.
Can't they just let it hang there? Oh. Like a Bob Dole hand? You wrap a pen in it?
It wasn't alive, you know. It wouldn't ever be able to stay alive that way.
Unbelievable. They can give you a liver, but they can't put your hand back on. And they
Well,
can
not
fix your
when
penis.
you rip it off like that, you know, with a rope. I mean, just pull it off you.
Worst part is they also lost the tug-of-war, didn't they? Did the other team win?
I guess that would be a loss
Hmm.
if you let go of the rope.
That's embarrassing. Man, oh, that must have hurt. And the hand ripped off. Like, you would think, like, maybe the tendons and stuff would get pulled, but you're saying it ripped off.
Yeah.
Was the guy screaming? Like was he, hey, stop the tug-of-war.
Well, he didn't have to, they were gone. He was standing back there with no hand. His hand was over there, and he was back here.
They interviewed the guy after it happened. Here's the tape. Let me play the tape. Oh, come on. And they interviewed him.
Time to dance. Time to dance. Smeg a cheese. Smeg a cheese. Smeg a cheese.
He's got a good sense of humor.
Well, he's a little delirious.
Dope is.
There you go. Well,
No,
wow.
so just to alert you of the dangers.
That's a good
even
report you
of
just did.
Tug-of-war. Do not wrap the rope around your wrist.
You know what you remind me of? 60 Minutes, when they learned something on that show.
It's an expose.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, well, where do you wrap the rope? Did you wrap it around your waist?
They usually do.
Now, what you do is you don't play that game. Like my mother says, what do you need the tug-of-war for?
Don't be the anchor, whatever.
Right. What do you need that for, tug-of-war? Oh, it's such crap.
What's it prove?
What's it prove? Ah, your father played that once. Ah, I hated it.
Sound negative. It is competitive.
Right. It is competitive. I like non-competitive sports.
I just think
Something
that's
for
horrible.
yourself.
Something so supposedly harmless.
Ooh, Robin.
Causing you that.
I've done
kind
that a
of
million
grief.
times.
Yeah, I mean, we used to do, radio stations used to hold promotions like that.
We have actual pictures. No one would think to put them in a book, would they? They were so embarrassingly bad and ugly.
Pictures? What pictures?
Yeah. How dare you?
Yeah, look at the danger we were in, and we didn't even know it.
Yeah, we used to do tug-of-wars.
Yeah.
Actually, you and I used to supervise the tug-of-war, didn't we?
Well, actually, we would be the lead guy on each team.
Yeah.
I'd have a team and you'd have a team.
Yeah.
Somebody else was anchoring. We didn't anchor.
Yeah, radio's great. Those were real fun days. We were nutty. We had a lot of fun going to different events with our listeners and playing tug-of-war. Oh.
So, just wanted to let you know that this is not something you want to do.
Jackie's always the anchor man. He loves tug-of-war.
Talk about it.
This is Mother Teresa.
All right.
Jonathan.
Oh, dear. Meanwhile, it is the 1-year anniversary of the death of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. That's not funny, Jackie.
I knew that was coming.
Dutton Hutton. John Eggy Beard.
Jerry, I love you.
Meanwhile,
Smeg a cheese. Jonathan.
China Dan.
Tom Cruise.
You know who else is sick?
who?
Dutton Hutton.
Doesn't that?
He is not.
Yeah.
This is Mother Teresa speaking from the bed. God don't want me yet, man. I got more feet to taste.
The Cardinal is an archbishop, the Archbishop of Chicago.
Wow.
Says he got a phone call from Pope John Paul II
Oh, that must have made his day.
in preparation for his exploratory surgery to determine if he has cancer. He says he was quite surprised that the Pope was on the phone.
Hello, Pope. And hello, my son. What's happening? I hear you going in for some surgery. That sounds real tough, but God is with you. Be proud. Be strong. Do not fret.
He said the Pope talked to him about the redemptive value of suffering.
You know about the redemptive value of suffering, don't you? I believe you do. I don't have to go over the scripture with you, my Archbishop. We will conquer the world with our knowledge of the scripture. I am the Pope.
This is a very tough operation. They're going in to determine if he has pancreatic cancer, and you know that's a very deadly form of cancer.
Don't be afraid. The more suffering, the greater your afterlife will be. Do not fear. They who criticize do not understand. Be strong, be brave, be proud to be a priest. Pray, my son. Between you and me, I'm going to let you in on a secret because you are so sick. I have never said this to anybody else. But I am the Pope and you are the Archbishop of Chicago. I want you to pray. But it will do you no good because it's all malarkey. I realized that when they made me Pope. I figured something would happen. I would talk to God or something like this. And you sit here and you wait and you wait and you wait. And nobody talks. You realize it's all BS. But it's a hell of a business. Tax-free money. You could just as well bark at the moon. And your prayers would be answered.
That's your opinion. Here is...
So we keep waiting, waiting over and over again for some sort of sign from the Holy Father. But so far, no sign. Yeah, I crap around a lot and I tell people I got a sign. Of course, they want to hear that I'm the Pope. So what can I tell you?
Well, here is Maria Salemi, who is a spokesperson for Cardinal Bernardin, and she says he was prepared to face whatever happened after surgery.
He himself has expressed faith in God and faith in his surgeon and is ready to accept whatever is meant to be.
It is tough to be a priest. They don't understand this. You eat the wafer, you drink the wine, you stare at the cans of the woman in the first row or the crotch of a young boy, whatever your preference. At least our clothes are loose so that we have movement for any type of a rouse.
Oh.
Well, this is just one priest to another. This is not meant for your ears, Robin. I am talking to the Father. This is the conversation. Many people don't know we do not wear underpants and swing loose. This is a secret of the Holy Church. I've said more amazing things in my lifetime. Being the Pope is lonely, though. Everyone looks to you. You know, sometimes I put on a yarmulke and I go, nya, 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 nya. It's wild, you know. Why are there only 10 commandments? Where is the 11th commandment? I don't know. I don't have an answer. These are the questions I ponder day in, day and out as I sit in my Pope-mobile and play with the horn. Honk, 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 the horn. Over and over every day. You know that giant hat I wear, Robin?
Yes, the pointy one?
The big pointy hat. Sometimes under my big funny hat I keep a bottle of ketchup for burgers after the ceremony. I love it so much.
You enjoy your office.
I love my ketchup bottle. And people don't know there's a bottle under their hat. That's what fools them every time. And then there are times during the ceremony, and a ceremony could take 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I will balance the bottle.
That whole time?
The whole time on my head. People don't realize that I am not only reading from the Holy Scripture, but I am balancing a thick bottle of ketchup on my head while I tell the people not to be afraid.
You are amazing.
And then when I
Truly
get off
amazing.
my pulpit,
yes,
I am so very hungry that I glug the ketchup down with the burger.
Without the burger.
Sometimes with the burger, sometimes without the burger. But only Heinz is my favorite. Heinz is the favorite ketchup of those in the archdiocese. We live a lonely life. Not a lot of excitement. One time I went to the bathroom, and then I had to, in a rush, administer the communion.
Oh, dear.
And I never washed my hands.
I don't want to talk about it, but...
And I always felt bad. This I did. It was my only sin the whole time.
Did you confess that to someone? Who does the Pope confess to?
To the person, the main man. I will hold it in until I get back home where I'm comfortable.
Is that right? Because I wondered about that. You can't be standing at the urinal and have somebody stand next to you.
Of course not, because I have to hold up the robe like I'm mooning. Do you understand? Imagine you walk in and you see me holding up the road. You see my whole butt cheeks hanging out. I am the Pope. I cannot be seen in such an embarrassingly terrible light. People look up to me as a deity himself.
That's right. You can't be seen doing such human things.
Robin, shh, I don't think there's a God. I don't know. I can't figure it out. I thought something would happen when I became the Pope, that they would contact me. Hello, I said. No answer. What could this be? One time, I said, God, answer me. I am the Pope. And there was no answer. One time, I bent over to give the communion, and my ketchup bottle clunked a woman on the head. Knocked her out cold. I forgot it was on there.
Somebody thought it was a miracle.
Yes. Just once I would love to do a sermon without all this heavy, the robes and the hats.
Really, just in a regular old set of clothes?
Yeah, like a hot pants and pasties. Something like this.
Oh, come on, let's go on.
All day.
I can't talk to you all day.
Yes, I am Pope Bela Lugosi.
Look, your cardinal is he's in surgery now.
Predict. He has lived a holy life.
Is it pancreatic cancer or not? You going to give us a prediction?
I will ask the OJ 8-ball. OJ 8-ball. Will my Archbishop of Chicago live a beautiful, blessed, healthy life after his operation? I would like to know. What do you make of that?
It happens. He will live a...
Yes.
Oh, I guess that's a yes.
It is a sign. Magic oat ball.
Oat ball?
Yes. Will they ever put a zipper in at the urinal like a man?
Yeah.
Another yes.
Family dance.
Right. Robin, God bless you and your book, Quivers of Life. It continues to soar to new heights. Everyone talking about it. There's controversy and a lot of different things going on around it.
I can't believe you said God bless you.
God bless you.
Family dance.
Right.
Mac and cheese.
Oh, and this weekend, where am I off to this weekend? I think I'm going to Dallas.
Oh, boy, that's going to be fun. That's going to be great. So people will be able to... Will you give the actual bookstore tomorrow and tell us where it's going to be?
Yes, I'll find out all the information and tell you where I'm going to be in town.
Cheese.
What?
Mega cheese.
Mega cheese, right. Jackie the Joke Man Martling, over 300... All right.
That dope is. Jerry, I love you.
All right. Will you be on time for your book signing?
I don't know.
Let's hope.
There will be a report, though.
All right. All right.
I'll try to do everything you would do, Howard, when
Good.
I'm there, and I'll see if it works.
Oh, I would run right out of town.
Mega cheese.
I would say mega cheese. Hey, if you're planning a wedding or party and you need a DJ, excuse me? All right. Cut it out.
That dope is.
If you're planning a wedding or party and you need a DJ, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040. All right, to anyone who was offended by today's show, too bad. This is a woman who just asked Michael Jackson questions. How hard can that
You
be?
want to keep in mind the big questions.
Yeah, just ask him. Are you a homo who's into little boys? That's the
one
question.
and one?
Are you a homo who's into little boys? Why are you sleeping in a...
Why didn't you fight that case if you're innocent?
Yeah, and why are you having slumber parties with little boys? You're a grown man. Nobody does that. Those are the questions. Honey, you don't have to stay up all night thinking about it.
They seem to pop right up, don't they?
Yeah.
She's researching.
She spent more time on answering those questions than on the questions she's going to ask him. And why is everyone being so nice to this guy? Why is it they're not nice to me? I don't understand. I've never been accused of having a slumber. If you imagine if I had a slumber party with young boys.
Can you imagine someone saying they're trying to mix good journalism with respect when they're talking to you?
Yeah, they've never done that for me. And yet I've yet to be accused of molesting any boys. Oh, for God's sake, Robin. For God's sake.
We're the only ones they don't treat with respect.
Yeah, it really is. You know, I'm seeing that MTV is having Michael Jackson Weekend, special premiere of his video. I don't even know. I mean, doesn't he have a negative image?
What would he have to do?
Well,
what would he have to do?
Insist on being a part of the rebuilding of that into a good image? I mean, what is it in it? What is in it for MTV?
Yeah, and look at the post though. Jacko Backo on Tracko. He's not back on track. What do you mean
on Tracko? Anyway, yesterday, Dr. Lakshmanan Sajudashvishtaran.
That's not how you pronounce it. It's Doctor locked out of his own house. Dr. locked out of his own house. Wait a second. Wait a second. You always say his name wrong. Let's get the spelling again from Dr. Lakshmanan. Please. Let's do this right.
All right.
Isn't that right? What you're doing.
My name is Dr. Lakshmanan Satyavagiswaran.
I was close.
The first name goes as follows: L
Yes.
A
Yes.
K
Yes.
M
Yes.
W
Yes.
L
Yes.
T as in Thomas
Right.
H S
Yes.
H
Right.
M
Right.
V A G
Oh.
I N A
Vagina.
L
V-A-G-I-N-A.
K
Yes.
M W
Wow.
L T as in Thomas
Yes.
H
This is just the
S
first name alone.
H
All right.
M V A G N N N A
3 N's.
N.
Right.
And the last name is S A W T as in Thomas H.
This guy spells all his answers. They asked him, what do the male members of the jury miss most? Here's what he spelled.
V A G I N A.
Right. Then they asked him, did you see yesterday? They said, who could be dumber than Cato Kalin? Is there anybody on this planet dumber than Cato Kalin? Did you hear what he spelled?
No.
This is what he spelled.
G A R Y.
He spelled Gary's name. Yeah, Baba Booey. Baba Booey.
G A R Y.
Then they asked him, he was on the stand, they said, what word does O.J. say over and over every time he sees Marsha Clark?
K I L L.
Yeah. Then they asked this guy, Dr. Inagata DeVita, baby. They say, hey, did you hear this? Did you watch the trial at all? They said, what did the sidewalk look like after the murders? Here's what he spelled.
L A S A G N A.
Lasagna, the guy says.
Let's go on.
And then
No.
And they said to him,
Stop it.
Come on. What's the worst thing? What is the worst thing that O.J. was called by all these white people?
Oh, please. I don't want to show him.
I G G A H.
Oh,
Right.
that's ridiculous.
That
Now
was a
let's
terrible
go on
racial
with
slur.
what's
That's what made him
going on
mad.
in the trial. First of all, Dr. Lakshmanan is going to be the only coroner called by the prosecution. How long has he been on the stand so far?
NINEHUNDREDDAYS. 900 days. All right. How many days?
No, he's been on the stand for
A week?
7 days now. Today will be his 8th day.
Super. Let me ask you something, Doctor. What's the one part of Nicole O.J. didn't stab?
Oh.
Was there
A S S.
the ass? Interesting.
Anyway, he will continue on the stand today, as I said.
These are the type of wounds.
Yesterday, jurors were so overwhelmed by the pictures, the graphic nature of these pictures. Some of them got up and bolted the courtroom. Some of the pictures were also seen by family members
Pussies.
of the Goldman family, and they broke into tears and
Show me the pictures.
had to be comforted.
I got to tell you something. The only person not affected by the pictures was O.J. They say he was up and around and joking with his lawyers. I swear, that's what they said in the paper.
Well, how's anybody supposed to believe anything you say after what you do?
Yeah. These type of wounds could only be made by an ex-football player. These type of wounds.
With initials.
With initials O.J. O.J. That's it.
Here's President Clinton.
Mega cheese.
We will.
Doctor, what was President Clinton really thinking about during the speech?
V A G I N A.
Really? Dr. Lakshmanan, you're a doctor. What keeps Bob Dole's dead arm at his side?
G R A V-I-T as in Thomas, Y.
Gravity. That's correct,
Now
doctor.
stop
He's a
that.
good doctor.
Mother Teresa is here.
Whoa, who?
Really?
Who is?
Mother Teresa.
You're saying that Mother Teresa's here?
Yeah.
Really?
Wait a second. We have a message from Mother Teresa. Here it is.
This is Mother Teresa speaking from the bed. God don't want me yet, man. I got more feet to taste.
Wow.
Did she hear that? Wow. Well, I know that guy's really into her. He's into doing his impression of her. It's unbelievable.
Time to dance. Time to dance. Smeg a cheese. Smeg a cheese. Smeg a cheese. Mini threat. Time to dance. Smeg a cheese. Time to dance.
Hilarious.
Time for
He's delirious.
done hunting.
I think he was locked in a car.
I'll tell you one thing. The doctor who treats his bleeding colon must love going to work. Hey, honey, guess what? I'm going to be treating a celebrity's colon today. I thought I hated my job. Hey, I got to look inside Billy Graham's bleeding colon today.
Guess what?
Yeah, things look really great back there. Nice and clean.
Got some Polaroids.
Oh, what a job. Imagine he's got to get, like, Billy Graham comes in, gets naked, spreads his cheeks. You got to take a look at that. Oh, wow, this is great. A celebrity's ass. Let's take a break, Rob. Let me recover from that thought.
Oh, please.
We'll be back right after this.
And with me, of course, Michael Jackson.
See, so when she says that, they've already done 10 minutes of a build-up that
Right,
no matter
you're
what the
hearing
guy
the
did,
end of it.
you would say, oh, my God, what a great man. I mean, I bet I could never get a piece like that. I've done just as many great things. I've entertained millions for years.
You don't have any records, though, I can
No.
say, I suppose.
No, I got a book. I got a book. I got CDs. I got videotape.
But you don't sing, you know, there's
No.
no music.
If you sing, you can do anything you want. No, you don't understand. When I had the boys over, they was just playing. And I don't have evil thoughts. I don't have evil thoughts.
And Lisa Marie Presley. Welcome to
Had Lisa Marie sitting there, little piece of ass boy, but she must be really screwy. What the hell's she doing with him? Oh, she a tight piece of ass. Oh, man, a guy like me, what I could do to her, I could unleash some sexuality in her, man. I wouldn't have one little boy over the house. Just be me and her and the bedroom and the vibrators and the chains and the whips. All right?
Yeah.
And the handcuffs. And the lube. Hey, screw the lube. Young girl like that don't need lube. That's for the old bags.
Thank you.
Why, you're an old bag? You don't lube?
I just wondered who you were talking about.
You need lube?
I don't need anything.
I bet you don't.
Self-lube.
I bet you're all lubed up right now. I love that. I love when the girls are lubed.
Always in a leather.
Super. Why don't you tomorrow, Robin, on the show, wear a mini dress, no panties, and no stockings.
Mini dress.
Just so I could have access whenever I need it.
You're crazy.
Come on, you know you'd love
What
that.
are you wearing for me?
Same thing I'm wearing today. Pair of jeans and a T-shirt.
Well, the day you start dressing for me is the day I start dressing for you.
Tomorrow on the show, instead of sitting over there, you sit next to me, right here, with your dress and no panties.
Right.
Tell me that doesn't excite you in some way.
Mini dress.
Mini dress.
You want me to tell you it doesn't excite me in some way?
Yeah.
It doesn't excite me in some way.
Oh, that's a lie.
Damn the bed.
All right. All right, here we go.
Glad you're here.
Thank you.
It occurs to me, looking at the two of you, I have got to start by asking how this marriage took place. How
And
it
that's the softball question.
Wait
you
a
don't wanna
minute.
hear
What does that mean, looking at the two of you? How did this marriage take place?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means that she's all nervous. It's live television, and she don't know what to say. She just wants to blurt out, "Are you a homo?" You know, but she's got to beat around the bush.
Looking at the two of you, he's like, you look really funny. I don't know if this is a real marriage.
Looking at the two of you, your husband, I mean, you look like a really hot piece of ass. Your husband's wearing shin guards, big metal shin guards, and he's dressed like I don't know what he's dressed like. He's got whiter skin than you. He's got a nose that's way too small for his face.
I think the Giant Sawyer just insulted him.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You look like friggin' Pinocchio.
You don't look real.
Yeah. You look like, first of all, looking at that film and then looking at you, you don't look anything like what you look like on that film.
It's impossible.
Yeah. I'm not sure I'm talking to Michael Jackson.
Is this live or is it Memorex?
Yeah.
Let me guess that it was not over miniature golf and a hot dog someplace.
Like she met her husband that way. What
Yeah.
the hell is that?
Oh, retard. She's Sally Jesse Raphael.
People, they can't even ask a real question.
Yeah. She should have given him a fingerprint test. See if it's him.
Start. When was the dating?
When was the dating? There was no dating. Stupid ass. I had to get married quick. The press was all over me. You dumb bitch.
Notice I got married after the scandal.
Yeah, like a day after. Stupid ass. I got PR people paying me to think of things like this.
They tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Well, we first met. She was 7 years old, and I was 17.
7 years old.
And I thought she was a little boy.
Oh.
And I was 17.
I was 17 years old. I like when her voice comes in. You can hear his wife's voice. It's about 3 octaves deeper than his.
This was in Las Vegas. She used to come and see my show all the time. We had the only family show on the Strip. It's the Jackson 5. And she used to come as a little girl and sit right up front. She came quite often. She came with a lot of bodyguards.
And had you stayed in touch over all these years?
Sure. Then she'd come backstage, and I'd talk and say hi, and then she'd come again. And I thought she was sweet and loving. And
Let me correct you. wait.
Hold on a second, buddy.
I always hoped I'd see her again.
And who first talked about marriage?
We didn't stay in touch.
We didn't stay in touch.
That's a more manly voice.
Yeah.
He had gone.
She's a hot little piece of ass. Did you see her sitting there in that little dress?
Mini dress.
Once upon a time, I met a little girl. She was only 7 years old.
Oh.
Old.
And I was 17 years old.
And I was 17 years old.
And we were doing the only family show on the Strip.
These boys, they follow me into the bed, and they follow me into the bathroom. These boys.
They love me.
They love me.
Stop them.
What are they doing in your house? I mean, where are their parents?
How did they get there?
Yeah, what's going on? I mean, I had a million questions after that interview. That interview didn't do anything except help sell albums.
Raise more questions.
Yeah, it raised more questions.
He's the biggest celebrity in the world, but he doesn't get anybody there to keep people away from him.
Yeah, somehow that gate at Neverland is open all the time.
And Diane Sawyer's like afraid to ask him stuff. I guess she thinks he's better than she is because she's like, you know, she's sitting there and she's like,
excuse me, but looking at the two of you.
Yeah.
I have to ask, how did this marriage
just get right
happen?
into it. Just right into it.
Look, Michael, you're a bizarre-looking character. You don't look like you like girls.
It's live
What's the
television.
deal here?
This is the last interview you're going to get with a guy. Go, hey, what are you, a homo? That's it. Boom. Let's answer the question.
I was 17 years old.
But I had these boys in the house. Okay, you had boys in the house. How did the boys get to your house? Explain how they get in the house. I invite them. Yeah, and where are their parents? Why are they not supervised?
They're busy.
Oh, they're busy with the money or something. I don't know what they're busy with.
Counting the $20 million I give them. That's how I get caught.
What about the allegations that you pay off their parents?
Whoops.
What? Screw that.
Lies. Golly, Sergeant Carter.
Adam Buckman in the Post said that it was just like, first of all, it was an infomercial, you know, more or less. He didn't say those words, but it was an infomercial. It was an advertisement.
Well, you know, even Barbara Walters, when she does this stuff, it's under the guise of entertainment. They don't say this is an NBC or an ABC news speech.
Yeah, right. They say it's an entertainment show. That I can deal with. But don't tell me Diane Sawyer is some kind of newswoman. She's Sally Jesse Raphael.
You want to say what happened?
No,
later
you can
with,
say. You have a good memory.
No, you said you were going to say it.
Our first argument here on this hour. Who proposed? I mean, how did marriage actually
I don't really remember what was...
I think it was the little boy's idea.
They were in the bed and
That's right.
Some kids.
they had the idea first.
We was in the bathroom at the time.
discussed?
Well, at first, this is what happened. When she was 18, I used to tell my lawyer, John Branca, do you know Lisa Marie Presley? He'd go, well, I represent her mother. I go, well, can you get in touch with her? Because I think she's really cute. He'd laugh every time. He goes, I'll do my best. That's what he'd say. Then he'd come back. I said, well, did you find out? He said, no, there's nothing. So I would worry him about this all the time. The next thing I...
Oh, boy. A real snoozer. Let's get to the boys. I don't need to hear a fairy tale. Some interview.
Notice there's a picture on a magazine cover where she's married, which really tore me to pieces. And then, really
when he saw that she was married to another guy, he got crazy.
You know what I'm sitting here thinking of? I'm thinking of that last interview he did with Oprah where he claimed that he and Brooke Shields had a relationship. And then later, of course, Brooke Shields denied that there was ever any real relationship. I'd ask him about that.
So
how
why,
are we supposed to believe this when you lied about that?
So how is it that Lisa Marie Presley's into this? Like, what's her story?
Can't figure this one out.
Me neither.
We really love. You're a skeptic.
felt that was supposed to be me. I really did.
And what was the countdown to your marriage? Tell me who said the word marriage first.
I did.
He did.
I did.
When? Where?
When?
On
Where?
the telephone.
Oh, yeah, on the telephone.
He first asked me.
Yeah, I called up. I said, "You want to get married?"
They sue with me for child molestation. You want to get married?
It don't look good that I'm not married.
I think it's love.
You want to get married?
We were dating now for 4 months.
She's got such a nice, deep voice. Yeah. We were dating for 4 months.
Involved in a prenuptial agreement.
No, wait, I got to get to it.
Wait a minute. Yeah, we jumped somewhere.
Yeah, I'm jumping because I want to get to some good stuff about boys.
Reaction to this marriage has been across the spectrum, everything from astonishment to delight to suspicion. That it was somehow too convenient. Duh. Lisa, did you ask...
Lisa, do you know what a beard is?
There's a it's probably something she has more of than I do.
Michael, about the charges. Did the two of you talk about the impact of the marriage on the allegations?
Absolutely not. He called, I was in touch with him through the whole process of this charges going on. I was talking to him when he disappeared. I was actually supposed to go to San Juan, Puerto Rico when he left and disappeared, and I got a call that he wasn't going to be there, and I was actually part of the whole thing with him, but talking to him on the phone. So I didn't...
Did you say to him, are they true?
No, I didn't. No, I actually did not.
Pretty tight relationship.
I want to take a minute here, and I'm going to come back to the marriage.
Sorry. He went on and on and on about it, so I didn't really have to say, are the allegations true? It was, on the phone, and
over and over
just
again.
Constant, yeah.
Well, because I know that you've wanted to express similar sentiments for a long time, I want to ask a few things about the charges, but first I want to establish for the viewers here, there are no ground rules. You have said to me you are not afraid of any questions, so I wanted that understood by everybody before we proceed.
She's just reminding him of what the ground rules are, because he's zoning out.
I agreed to that. Hey, what am I doing here?
What was I, an acid?
That was crazy.
I'm not going to answer that.
I must have been with air.
She spends more time explaining the rules. Just ask the questions.
What is this, a game?
Well, because she's trying to remind him what the deal is. She's even embarrassed. She's embarrassed she has to ask these questions.
I don't know why we have to, this is like that portion of the Academy Awards where the accountants come out.
Yeah, just ask him. Do you like boys? She's worse than Judge Ito. She's going to drag this thing out.
Jeez.
I think I want to begin by making sure that the terms are clear. You have said that you would never harm a child. I want to be specific as I can. Did you ever, as this young boy said you did you ever sexually engage, fondle, have sexual contact with this child or any other child?
Never, ever. I could never harm a child or anyone. It's not in my heart. It's not who I am. And it's not what I'm not even interested in that.
And what do you think should be done to someone who does that?
To someone who does that, what I think it should be done, gee.
Cut his nuts off.
Let him pay $20 million.
Yeah. Right. He should have to pay $20 million.
Get your checkbook out and give me his Rolodex. Yeah, get Robert Shapiro on the phone.
I think they need help in some kind of way,
How about the police?
But they should not be put in jail.
Oh, he's not very upset at child molesters. He doesn't seem
They should be given a medal.
Yeah. I would say if someone molests a child, they should have their nuts cut off. He says they should get some help.
They should get help? And that's a question he's asking. Is it they should get help?
Is that severe enough?
Help from him.
Photographs, though. How was there enough information from this boy about those kinds of things?
The police photographs that they took of me.
Yes.
There was nothing that matched me to those charges.
There was nothing. There was nothing that concurred.
That's why I'm sitting here talking to you today. There was not one iota of information that was found that could connect me.
So when we've heard that there was a marking of some kind.
No markings.
No markings.
No.
Why did you
Why am I still here then?
You're not going to ask me about that, are you? Sorry, about the markings.
Lisa Marie wants to pipe up about his marking.
I've seen his penis.
It's bigger than mine.
Ask me about it.
Yeah. What do you want to know?
It's thick.
It bends to the left.
Well, then why didn't I ask her? She seems to want to answer that.
Yeah, let's ask her about it. All right, you want to talk about it?
The point is that when that finally got concluded that there was no matchup, then it was printed this big as opposed to how big it was, what the matchup was.
Is she talking about his ween?
No. She's saying that the information about there not being a match was this big, where the headlines that he was accused were this big.
You're a lot smarter than I am. I thought you were saying it wasn't that big. I don't know. It's just the whole thing was weird. It didn't prove anything, and it just allowed ABC to run an hour commercial for History, the new album. I'm not saying the guy's a child molester. I really don't know what went on. I give everybody...
Nobody knows.
Yeah, nobody knows.
We didn't get to hear anything in court. Allegations were made.
If I could have interviewed the guy, you would have known. Because I would have kicked his ass if he didn't answer the question.
But she really didn't answer any questions. I mean, she didn't ask
anything.
questions.
Gotta say, wait a second. What are young kids doing in your house?
So what was your relationship with this boy? You actually knew this boy.
Yeah.
There were reports that you were
How'd you meet him?
to meet him every night and spending the night with him in bed, sleeping with him every night. Is that true?
I mean, don't tell me how you met Lisa Marie. Tell me how you met that boy. And why is he traveling with you?
Why'd you invite him into the bed?
Yeah, why are these boys watching you go to the bathroom?
What is the whole, I can understand, spending time with children. Why do they have to sleep in your room?
Yeah.
You have a huge estate.
Look, interview over. I'm out of here. I don't like you. I don't like ABC. I don't want anything to do with it. You're not nice.
And how do you let these children throw you out of the bed, Lisa Marie?
Instead, the interview is this. Okay, the ground rules. I just want to review the rules, okay? I can ask you anything I want, right?
Yes.
And this is live television. Okay, so here goes.
Now,
how did you two meet?
Clear?
How did you two meet?
Wait 1 minute.
Shut up.
Don't answer that.
Give me the countdown. Who said the word marriage first?
He did. I mean, I don't know.
Prying into my life.
Stop prying.
Boy, you nosy.
Go to videotape. Play my video. Do the 10-minute video.
That's right.
Used to be.
It didn't work.
It
isn't so. The
Why
whole
did
thing
you
is a
settle the
lie.
case then? Why did you settle the case? And it looks to everyone as if you paid a huge amount of money.
Most of that's
to get
folklore.
silence.
Most of that is
I
folklore.
talked to my lawyers and I said, "Can you guarantee me that justice will prevail?" And they said, "Michael, we cannot guarantee you that a judge or a jury will do anything."
I go along with him there. I think he was smart to pay that kid off. No judge or jury is going to do anything that's fair.
Justice has changed. Like I said, in the 50s, Liberace could sue because somebody called him a homosexual and win.
Yeah.
And today you can't be sure of anything.
No. No, I can dig what he's saying. He had to settle that thing. There was no way he was going to win. They even have tape of the father saying, hey, there's no way I lose in this deal. I'm making money. Whatever it was they played.
Yeah, but the point is, why are you so vulnerable to this kind of a suit?
Yeah, he's way too vulnerable. One thing you can't pin on me is being with little boys. I don't even know any little boys.
But the point is, this is Michael Jackson, a guy who walks around with masks on, doesn't want to meet anybody, doesn't want to shake anybody's hands. But if you've got a young kid,
he'll let him in the house. Come on down and let's play.
This is weird.
Yeah.
And with that, I was like catatonic. I was outraged.
Catatonic.
How much money?
Totally outraged. So what I said, I have got to do something to get out from under this nightmare. All these lies and all these people coming forward to get paid and these tabloid shows, just lies, 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 lies. So what I did, we got together again with my advisors and they advised me, it was hands down, a unanimous decision, resolve the case. This could be something that could go on for 7 years.
How much money
So
was
let's get it behind us.
Can you say how much?
It's not what the tabloids have printed. It's not all this crazy outlandish money. No, it's not at all. I mean, the terms
It's only like $9 million. No outlandish money.
No.
Yeah, I like he goes. He says, "I can't tell you because listen to this answer.
Agreement are very confidential.
I want to ask.
It's agreement to make it confidential. It's because he doesn't want it out.
Right.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure the kid's father. The kid's father would be happy to tell you what he got.
Sure.
Let's be honest.
It's $19.5 million.
Yeah.
And I got to pay him, pay his college.
And a copy of my new record.
Required to discuss it.
I don't know. It was just one big commercial. Didn't prove anything. Didn't
disprove anything.
But all right. It was good television. Got you tuned in for an hour. That whole show was weird.
Man.
But boy, that little piece of ass sitting next to him, boy, I could give her a good workout.
I got to watch this because I want to see the dynamics between I got to study the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, study it. I'm telling you.
And you know what we ought to do? This is what the tabloids do. They'll get one of those graphologists, those guys who listen to sounds to
see if he's telling the
Michael's
truth.
lying or telling the truth at every point.
Yeah.
Is he sitting with his arm around her? Or?
No. He touched her leg at one point. It looked kind of uncomfortable.
It was like a 5-year-old, playing.
Yeah, it something was
I
kosher.
can imagine that's a real normal relationship.
I wanted to see Diane Sawyer take her clothes off with Lisa Marie and those two get it on. That would have been hot.
Look, I said the only way they can prove that they're sexual and he's sexually active is to do it on TV.
That would have been good. At the end, the last 10 minutes,
I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to hop on. All the little kids, don't watch this. Pee.
The guys got together and said, hey, let's start a company where we can distribute tickets through department stores and easy places for people to buy them rather than going down to the venue. But we'll charge some money for the service. It's a real good service. I don't want to go all the way down to Madison Square. I'd rather pay $3 and get it right near my house. So Pearl Jam is all upset about that.
Well, they didn't like the service charge.
Yeah, they don't like it. Meanwhile, what are they doing for free? I don't see them playing for free.
Well, I was listening to something this morning. They had a good point. They said, the people who are making the most money off the concert are Pearl Jam.
Yeah, right.
Let them take a hit.
Yeah.
They want the fan to pay less.
People at Ticketmaster want to make a living, too. I mean, they're providing a service. They're putting together a whole network of people that provide these tickets. So you don't have to go and stand online somewhere like a jerk-off. Well, some dumb radio station serves you donuts.
And coffee.
Remember that? Before Ticketmaster, you used to have to go down to, like, the venue and stand in line and wait for tickets. So you'd have a whole bunch of jerks waiting 2 nights, standing there in the rain, and, like, some radio douche face would come down and go, we're serving donuts to all the fans who are sitting here waiting for some Led Zepp tickets. I was like, well, wait, whoa. Isn't there, this is, we're approaching the 90s at this point. Isn't there some way to buy these tickets without standing on line for 2 days?
Why am I hanging out here in the street like a dog?
Yeah, what am I? What am I, a dick? And, like, the band would be all egoed out. Hey, look at all those people standing there. It's like, well, dude, there's got to be an easier way.
Yeah, they stood there for 2 days.
Yeah, man, we must be happening. Pearl Jam's going to put a stop to that. They'd rather have everyone stand online.
We like it the way it was.
Yeah. You know what song I can't get out of my... I love that band, White Zombie, and they have this song, More Human Than Human, More Human Than Human. Have you seen the video?
No.
That guy from White Zombie, Rob Zombie, he has a pretty cool look going. He cleaned up his look.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like you can see his face now, kind of. He's not a bad-looking guy. That new video they got is cool. Hey, I wonder if Ralph has that album. You got that White Zombie album? You got to hear this song. It's great. More human than human.
Is this a candidate for Song of the Year?
Could be. I can't seem to get this one out of my head. I'm going to go see them. They're coming in concert.
Is that right?
And when is the what?
Ralph's looking for it.
Is he looking for it? Yeah. When are they coming to concert? White Zombie. I want to see that guy, Rob Zombie.
It's good.
Rob Zombie.
They're awesome.
Yeah, don't drink my water. Get out of here.
You're not special.
They're playing like this week, I think.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, at the Coliseum.
What day?
I can find out for you. You know what's weird? You know that song you're talking about? It's a great song to jog to and work out.
Is it more human than human? What?
Believe me, I was just about to curse. I think I kind of cursed.
You didn't curse. Did he curse?
I didn't even hear what he was saying.
No one understands what you're saying.
All right, I did. I did.
If you cursed, I would have heard it. You don't have it?
But, they're playing over vacation. I think July 16th at Nassau.
Are they?
Coliseum.
July 16th. That's the end of my vacation. That's like Sunday night.
I think it's in the middle of vacation. I checked. I might have the date wrong, but
yeah.
Yeah, the 14th is the end.
So yeah, my luck.
The weekend before.
Yeah, my luck will be. It'll be the 16th. I want to go to that concert.
You don't remember that I called you about a month ago? I told you that Lance from the Coliseum invited you to go.
Oh yeah, when is that concert?
And you said, I'm busy.
Did I?
Yeah.
I space out.
Yeah, it's during your vacation. And it's not the last Sunday night. I mean, it's right in the middle of your vacation.
Oh, good.
Like, you could go and do it, no problem.
Oh, who's opening for them?
I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, you look parched.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I tell you, the e-camera asked me. It doesn't really affect me because I never drank that much of it anyway.
Good, okay. So there you go. Thank you. Lips all dry, cracked, parched. Let me go enjoy some of my water. That was good. Okay. We don't have that song. I wanted to turn you on to it. But, well, there's good news in New York anyway. It turns out now, for guys who like to mousse their hair, there's a a surplus of moose available since Pat Riley resigned. You wouldn't believe it.
Plenty of moose on the shelf.
Yeah, there's a lot of moose on the shelf because he's out of town. This guy moosed his hair. I never saw anything like it. You would have thought he was posing for Playgirl. I told my wife to go with a few broads to see Bridges of Madison County.
You'll both be much happier.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, she wanted me to take her to a movie tonight. We were all lovey-dovey last night. I made love to her for the first time in 3 months.
How'd that happen during a weeknight?
She looked good yesterday. She was wearing like little shorts, and she's been running, so her legs are real thin. And I got kind of horny, so I told her to get in the room and take her pants off.
So if you looked at her sometime, maybe it would happen.
I said, foreplay was pretty intense. I just said, hey, honey, take off your underpants.
Underpants.
Well, you know, I just showered, so I revealed myself by taking off my towel, and I was totally nude in the bed.
And so you just threw back the covers or something? Or you
No, I was on my knees, and I went, and I just opened up the towel for her to see me in all my splendor. It's got to be frightening.
Hey, baby.
No woman gets excited when she sees that. Me at full staff. You know, it's like, I feel so bad for her.
Well, we were talking about Brad Pitt yesterday, and somebody faxed me naked pictures of Brad Pitt. I should ask you if you look like that.
Probably. No, I get up on my knees, and I'm like, you know, and all of a sudden I open my towel, you know, my gut's hanging over, and I'm there.
What gut? How could you have a gut?
No, I have a gut. I got a gut. I ain't perfect. And I get the hairy belly. I haven't shaved down, and I don't know. You got this face, you know. And then, of course, as your eyes travel down my chest to the most private of areas, and you see the world's shortest pendulum, you know, it's like you can't.
No swing.
Some nub. She goes, well, you're not aroused. I go, oh, yes, I am.
She didn't say
Can't
that.
you see? Nah, she knows what it looks like.
This is all she gets.
No, I did everything to her. I did a little, you know. I did a little,
Oh, my goodness.
I did a little of that.
All right.
Yeah, I gave her a
Well,
little.
what got you in so enthusiastic?
She looked good.
You loosen up that way.
Well, yeah, because she looked good. If she looks good, I'll do that.
She's good.
Yeah. Right, OJ. OJ knows.
She's good.
So I did a little of that. She said, you don't have to. I go, I want to. You don't understand. I need to. Then she didn't want to kiss me afterwards. I said, you kiss me.
Oh.
This is like kissing you, baby.
Yeah.
She kissed me.
Yeah, you guys like to kiss after that, too, don't you?
No.
Hey, if we can be there, you can be there.
I made her kiss me. I said, you kiss me.
Kiss me.
She goes, I don't know. Hey, it's you.
Kiss me.
I kissed you.
Last time.
Right. Yeah, but I gave it to her so good she was shaking. She couldn't even stop shaking. That's how good I am in bed.
Shaking.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. I give a girl a workout.
It's like a newborn colt.
Right.
Fred must know. You must have worked him out.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Gets up on weak legs afterwards.
She was on weak legs. She couldn't even move, and then her fine downy coat was all wet. that coat.
Needs the knocking.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
You're the only one saying it.
That's true.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
She really was shaking.
I'd like to see
Yeah,
that.
it was pretty sexy. I was really moving her around. And now that my wife's kind of athletic and she runs and works out and stuff, she's wrapping her legs around me and everything.
Oh, she's
knees are all
actually
better.
Yeah, knees are all better. Her knees are fine now.
You can get her up on all fours and everything?
Well, let's not get crazy.
Didn't mean to push the envelope.
No, at first, I wanted her to stand up, and I was going to be on my bed on my knees, working on her, so that we'd be face to face.
Yeah.
She goes, no, I have a headache. I have to lay down. So I was like, oh, this is going to be some session.
Oh, man. Take 2 Advil.
Yeah. She goes, no, I'm headachy today. I was like, so what does that mean? I haven't had it in 3 months, and now you're going to give it to me with a headache?
I'm going to get a
She goes, no.
headache one.
I think she would start puking. So I don't know. So then,
Oh.
So then she says, no, I'll do it. That's how it always starts, and it takes a while to work out from there. But I got her going. I got to think that girl came in and gave me that little tiny vibrator.
Oh, you still using
Oh,
that?
boy. Hoofa. Hey now.
Is that right?
Ooh, what is that pack of wallop?
She said it was good.
Oh, man. It's good.
It cures a headache.
She's
huh?
good. Yeah. I don't use that big, the one you got me, I don't have to use it anymore. I got a little battery pack. It's this big, the whole vibrator.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Really?
Oh, yeah, man. It packs a wallop. You use a vibrator on your wife?
No.
You ought to get into that. I'm telling you, man.
She's been asking to get one for a long time.
Takes away all the foreplay.
She's been begging for one. Jackie won't get it.
Yeah, right.
I took
There's
home
none-
some horrible gadget that somebody brought in here once. That for a while.
I'd love to vibrate your wife. I'm an expert at it. Let me do it. Would you get uptight if I vibrated your wife?
Not even a little.
Thanks. He's a hippie.
Sure.
Go ahead. Enjoy yourself.
Mi
casa es su
you can take
casa.
my old lady in.
Right. Girls, I'm an expert with that thing. I swear I can give you a great workout. Because I do stuff to you while I'm doing it. Like my hands are all over the place. That's my wife. I'm the best. Hey, Jackie, smell my hand.
Ooh. Come here.
Oh, please. You don't wash?
Yeah, how's that?
Smells like she always smells.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, because usually, you know what? Even though I pleasure myself every night, I notice when I'm in the car riding into work, I'm always aroused.
In the morning?
Yeah, always. I'm at full arousal. And I don't know, just from sitting there.
You get in the car and
I'm
get
aroused. Yeah. Everything, and it's uncomfortable to sit.
Maybe it's Ronnie.
It's the back of his head.
Sometimes I have company in the car myself.
Right. So you know what I mean? I don't know why, but everything just feels good down there, and it just starts happening. And
once it starts happening.
But after having sex with my wife last night, that didn't happen to me this morning. So maybe like you are more fully satisfied when you're with your wife.
Well, you know that. You have said you don't get a complete
Release. Yes.
from pleasuring yourself.
I never really believed it, Robin, but it's true. Because I'm pretty satisfied this morning. I'm not even thinking about girls that much.
Oh,
I mean,
well, maybe your wife should take note of that
yeah.
and start giving it to you regularly.
Nah. Never happened.
She doesn't care.
No. Yeah, I was pretty good. I was on fire last night, man.
Just what time was all this love going on?
7-ish.
Then last evening.
Last evening. All this love. Yeah, she was moving pretty good. Yeah. Oh, I'm good at it. I'm in my peak.
Yeah, but you're old.
Yeah, but I can hold out longer.
Is that right? You're
Yeah.
holding out more now?
No, it's like 2 minutes. 2 full minutes. I mean, but really 2 full minutes.
Who ever heard of such a thing?
I don't. It feels good. I know you're supposed to hold back. I don't know how. I try to slow down, but what's the point?
2 whole minutes.
But she'd already had all her share of sex because I
Thank
used the
goodness.
vibrator.
Yeah.
I make sure she's completely tuckered out from that. But she didn't even want me by the time I hop on top.
It's almost like an afterthought.
Right.
She's done. She don't care when you're done.
Yeah, she didn't care. She doesn't care that I'm done early.
Hurry up and get off.
Right. Yeah. She's
Actually,
already
it seems
finished.
just fine.
Yeah. She's already done, so it's fine.
Looking at the TV guide.
Yeah. Yeah, planning because she's hopped right out of bed and she goes, "I got to go downstairs and pack something up." She was going on some school
You
trip.
could
today.
tell, like, while you were finishing, she was lining up the things in her mind that
Yeah, what she had to do.
next.
Yeah, because she already started talking during it.
Making phone calls.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
She started to talk about the kids and stuff, and I go, "Shut up."
How can she do that?
I said to her, "Shut up."
Well, wait a minute.
I
What's
said, "The
going
only
on?
talk I want to hear is love talk."
What is going on when she can bring up a topic like
I don't know.
that?
She starts asking me stuff about the house,
I mean, are you in foreplay or are you in the
foreplay, the middle, the end.
Yeah,
It's unbelievable.
Having sexy.
Yeah, and I go to her, "Allison,
focus.
I want you to." No, I don't even say that. First of all, I did something cool. I said, "You want the vibrator?" I give her just a little, and I go, "Now ask me for it." And I put on my love voice, my Mr. Zaremba voice. I'd be like, "Do you like what I just did?"
Oh, jeez.
And she'd go, "What?" I go, "Do you like what I just did?" "Yes." I go, "Well, you're not going to get any more of it unless you ask me." And she goes, "Oh, come on." I said,
Howie.
"You're not going to get any more unless you ask me." It's my love voice. So she goes, "Okay, do it." I go, "That's not asking." And you ask politely.
Oh, she's got to say, "Father, may I?"
Not father. I don't want to be anybody's father. I'm not into that scene. I just said, "You have to ask me for it." in a whisper. You, I don't want anybody hearing me talk stupid. You know what I mean? You have to ask me for it. She's like, okay, go ahead, do it. I go, no, ask me. All right, would you vibrate me?
Oh, she has to say all those
right. Yeah, right. I go, you didn't say please. So, okay, please vibrate me. She's all embarrassed.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, she's dying for it. Yeah, I give it to her good last night.
It's amazing to me that you two are still embarrassed about things with each other.
Oh, yeah. My wife's very demure.
Oh, please. You've seen everything. You know everything.
No. She's very sensitive.
There's no reason to be.
Mm-mm. My wife still has secrets. She's very secretive. She's like a schoolgirl when I get her. That's one thing I like about my wife.
You don't want a woman. You want a schoolgirl.
I want a schoolgirl.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, then you should have to do all this instruction.
And by the way, I have you to thank. She's shaving unbelievable now.
Oh, how do I do anything?
There's barely anything because you told her. Use shaving cream and a razor blade. Stop with all that waxing. And she looks beautiful down there.
Well, I'm glad I could help.
Yeah, thank you. No, because you made it seem possible. She was like, oh, I can't do that. I'll get bumps. And you said to her, Allison, you know, I'm a black woman. I have very coarse hair.
I did say all this? I don't remember.
You did. I shave, and I have absolutely no problem. I have no problem.
Zip, zip, zip.
Yeah, zip, zip, zip. I don't have any bumps. What are you talking about? And now she psychologically got over it.
Is that right?
And is beautifully shaven.
It's nice, right?
Yeah.
My wife's great there, too.
No kidding.
It's like Disney World.
What do you mean?
Oh, so she's been grooming herself.
She puts Mickey Mouse ears?
No, you know. No muscle.
It's like a slide, a water slide.
Right.
Good edging.
Good edging. Does she use a power mower?
Yeah.
Because he was saying that she doesn't do that during the winter. She likes to have an overgrowth.
She does do it over the winter?
Sure.
Yeah, she should.
Like a woolly mammoth.
That's a very important
Woolly
place.
mammoth.
It's an important place for us.
Yeah, you know what it is? Women used to be able to get away with not doing that, but now since...
Away?
Yeah. Since Penthouse and Playboy and stuff.
The competition.
Yeah, I mean, that's what guys visualize now when they see a woman, so...
Now, wait a minute. When they first started taking pictures, women weren't shaving.
No. It was
Who
disgusting.
got the idea? Who
Well,
was
first
the
of
guy
all,
who said,
I'll tell you what happened.
You know what? Let's trim that.
I'll tell you what happened. The only way you could really see that
Yes.
was in nudist magazines. Because years ago, Penthouse and Playboy didn't show that area.
Right.
Okay?
Yes.
Nudist magazines were where I used to see that when I was a kid growing up. And I tell you, it was frightening.
Frightening.
You didn't want to go near a woman.
Are you kidding?
Oh, my God.
Somebody get a hold of those pictures and you get excited and you look at it and go, oh!
These women had hair on their thighs. Yeah, I mean, it was all over. And they were like my mother. I've seen my mother naked.
They're nature.
My mother, when I was a little boy, I saw my mother come out of the shower. It was frightening.
It's like a sweater.
Yeah, it was like she wore a sweater on her crotch.
She was still
Yeah,
dressed.
it was unbelievable.
She's sitting on a mid.
I go, Ma, you took a shower with your clothes on? What are you wearing, a dress? And she, you know, my mother thinks that's disgusting that a woman would even groom herself there because she doesn't understand. She's from the old school, you know what I mean? She doesn't understand.
And her husband never complained.
Yeah, oh, God. What's the point? You know, what's the point?
Different.
God forbid she should try to look good for him. You know, your father's not into looks, she tells me.
Oh,
Your father doesn't care about things like that. I go, yeah, right. That's why he's staring at every broad that walks in the room. My poor old man. I'd love to take him out and get laid.
I told you to take him to Scores that
I'm going to take my old man to Scores.
His head would explode.
Oh, he would love it. You know, he deserves it. Before he
I don't know
goes,
if he could survive that.
before he goes to his next life, I would love to take my old man to Scores.
You don't think that would rush him to his next life?
Yeah, right. He'd probably kill himself.
Oh.
Probably just say, you know, it's time for me to move on.
That's right. What have I been doing?
Better I don't bring him.
It's over.
Yeah. I can't take it. My mother said, Ben, if you go to Scores, I'm divorcing you. I go, don't worry, he isn't
Is that
going
a promise?
Yeah.
Call the lawyer.
Double-sided coin.
And he's got her convinced that he doesn't want to see that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't think they've even had a discussion
No.
about it.
Your father doesn't like that.
You think your mother would ask?
Yeah.
Huh?
Ask what?
Would you like that, Ben?
Oh, I forced them to ask.
Oh, no.
Because we had a whole argument the other day.
At home?
Yeah. Well, I go, my mother goes, what you going to do with these women? And you go to them, and it's disgusting. And I said, yeah. I said, you don't think your husband's into that? He isn't. Your father doesn't care about that. I go, yeah. Hey, Dad, You don't like to look at girls? You wouldn't like to go to Scores and watch them strip? I don't. What? I don't like that. Yeah. Yeah. And he was all flushed and
What's he gonna
upset. Yeah. What's he gonna do?
Didn't even want to have the conversation.
Your father doesn't want that. Yeah, baloney is right.
There's no such thing, huh, Fred?
He might as well have baloney between his legs. So, yeah. So I have you to thank for that. You got my wife into that because it was only nudist magazines. Then what happened was the big revolution came. Penthouse was the first one to do it. They started to show a full woman.
Wait a minute. Wasn't like Hustler or somebody
well,
like that? One of these lower end.
I'm talking about bringing it to the masses.
Yeah.
Penthouse was the first one
Frontal nudity.
to really show frontal nudity, and the women would groom themselves. And that's
Now they were right away grooming themselves.
Yeah.
They didn't just first show.
Yeah. No, at first it was kind of a mess down there. But as
It was groomed, but it was a lot larger.
right, but as
They
the
didn't get this meticulous with the.
aesthetic change.
Yeah.
So when I see my woman in bed, I would like to see something that could come as close to a Playboy magazine as possible.
Jesus.
And I had diarrhea yesterday, so I was in the shower a lot, so I would have a nice session
is
with my wife.
wrong with you?
I had what do you mean? What is wrong with me?
Mess you, belching, farting.
I don't know.
What is wrong with you?
No woman can wait to get into bed with me. Because my wife, it's really funny. I was in the shower, right? My wife, I had been hinting that I wanted something. And my wife came up. She saw I was in the shower, so at least turns around because she knows I had diarrhea and stuff. So at least I was
at least
clean.
you're clean.
Yeah. And she opens up the door and says, "Listen, if you want me," and then she took a look at me naked, and I'm in the shower with my shower cap on, a big plastic shower cap.
That's always cute.
And this face with a shower cap is pretty frightening.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Bring your shower cap in
I got it.
tomorrow.
All right.
And put it on for us.
Make sure I bring my shower cap in on Monday.
That woman's in love with you, man.
I know, and I'm in there with the shower cap on and everything, and I know she looks in and goes, "Oh, my fate." No wonder it takes 12 hours of foreplay. I don't blame her.
I could just imagine that.
She's wondering why everything is.
Yeah, I'm in there like with my big shower cap. And the shower cap, you've seen shower cap.
Sure.
Mine's a blue shower cap with flowers on it, and it's plastic, and it's got a piece of plastic over it,
Right, so it's got the double thing.
and it's in a cone. It never leveled out. It goes straight up in the air. It's
You're
like
like
a
the
cone.
Cardinal.
Yeah, I'm like a big cardinal hat in the shower.
Does it have the little lacy ruffle around the end?
Yes, it does. I got to bring it in. It's such a cool shower cap. I look like such a
Oh,
femme.
that's so funny.
Yeah.
Take your picture in there.
Yeah, good, Jackie. I'll let you in there with the camera.
No, not
Yeah,
me.
you let me have sex with your wife, and I'll let you in there with it.
Oh, I would trade for that.
Yeah? You're on.
He keeps saying that. He seems to be.
You want to know
into it.
something? He is so jealous when I'm with his wife, because
Yeah.
I was turning his wife on. I got her in the hallway here, and I started talking dirty to her, and she was getting really excited because she digs me.
Yeah.
Jackie got so damn jealous and envious.
Hey.
It's the one thing I have that Howard doesn't have. No, I don't want to give it to him. And then when I
So
came over
these
his
are
house,
idle threats.
I came over his house the other day. I was in my biking shorts, and I knew Nancy thought I looked good. And I started hugging her and stuff, and rubbing up against her chest.
Well, you're
And
irresistible
Jackie-
in that biking helmet.
Yeah. Meanwhile, your wife found me pretty irresistible.
6'5" mud.
If you would have left the room, I guarantee you she would have found me a lot more irresistible. And believe me, I would have jumped on top of her. She looked good. Yeah, I was grinding her. And Jackie's like, Jackie wouldn't leave my side.
Maybe there is a little problem there.
Yeah. Oh, there's definitely a problem there.
Nancy, can I talk to you in the kitchen?
Because I said, hey, I'm going to go over and visit Nancy at his other. He has like 3 houses.
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to go visit Nancy at the other house. Oh, maybe I better come. Because he was in his pajamas.
He was sleeping.
He was
right?
sleeping, and he didn't even have shoes on.
Got to keep my eye on my property.
Yeah.
Your property.
Yeah.
Her.
My chattel.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got some life being owned by Jackie.
Yeah. So I'm trying to grope her, and it's like,
What do you mean trying?
my brother-in-law got more offer than I did.
You got a little grind out of you.
He acts like a hippie, but he's willing to even let
He's not sharing.
Yeah. God forbid I ever get your wife alone, Jackie. Then you'll really hate me.
I'd let that happen.
Yeah?
Sure.
Okay.
If you'll wear the shower cap, you can have it for a couple hours.
All right. I'll do it.
He'd be miserable for the rest of his life. Was he better than me?
Who was better, him, the black guy on the front lawn, or him, or me?
Did he give it to you like this? An angry Jackie in the saddle.
All right, let's take a break, and when we get back, we'll... hey, by the way, Clarence is stopping by.
Clarence who?
Clarence Clemens.
I think Clarence Thomas.
That's what Bruce Springsteen was saying.